Music is like root work, magic that's pulled up from the soil. It echoes on the stony hills and spins in the tall grass by the sea. It soothes the savage beast and pierces the soul of a man. Music is that old witchcraft. It writes your true name on a scrap of paper and makes you dance undignified like King David. This is the Hoodoo Music Podcast.
This is the Hoodoo Music Podcast. Now, this show has started out, progressively, it's gotten a little bit heavier. We started with Jacob Johnson. It was lighthearted and fun and, beautiful songwriting. Went to Gray Lee, also a beautiful songwriter, but a little bit darker. And then Silvermane brought a little bit of volume to it. It got a little bit heavier, and some of the songs were a little bit darker, a little bit more sad, but also some uplifting songs. But I think it's time to get a little bit heavier. So
that's right.
This episode, I've got a band called Second to None.
What up?
What's going
on? This is Barry.
This is Ryan Lara. I play guitar for the band.
Don't tell Trump he's here.
Mexican.
And I'm Jonathan. Play drums.
All right, so we got Barry,
God,
Ryan, and
Swear to
Jonathan.
God, I do.
Swear to God, man.
So, so you guys, Barry, you're the singer.
Yes.
Ryan, you play guitar.
Yeah, I
Your
play
bass player
guitar.
couldn't be here tonight, right?
No, he's out shooting some stuff. Not like with his gun, but like with his camera.
I mean, it could be.
He likes to shoot guns a lot.
Well,
yeah, he
who
was a lot
doesn't?
of video photographer and stuff like
It's
that.
scary.
It's just a little
I have
scary.
PTSD from firing this weapon.
Yeah.
So how long have you guys been playing together as a band?
Oh my God.
8 years.
Yeah.
I would say a
Yeah,
good 8
yeah.
years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you've played around more than just Greenville. You've toured around a bit, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes.
Been around for a minute, man.
We played, Atlanta. We've gone as far as Michigan as well.
Done a lot in Charlotte.
North Carolina. Yeah, a lot of Charlotte.
Cool.
One of our biggest acts was Pop Evil. That was really fun. That was at the Handlebar. That was a really good time. Appetite for Destruction. That was fun, man. Those guys are
Yeah.
cool. Evans Blue. That was really awesome too.
When the Handlebar was thriving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That stuff with Kellen Heller. They're a local band around here too. So
Yeah, I've heard of Kellen Heller.
Yep.
It's really sad the handlebar
Helen
closed
Keller.
down too.
Yeah, I know. They just want to be a wedding hall now, and it sucks.
Oh man, well they're talking about putting some like $high bowling alley in there or something.
in the basement.
I don't know. Are they still doing that?
They
'Cause
are.
that was supposed to be where like the music was supposed to happen.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, they're not
gosh.
doing the music. They're doing music, but they're doing it more like parties, not like venues per se.
I'll tell you what, one of the saddest days of my life recently. I've had a pretty bad year this year, but one of the like most bumming out experiences was when I drove by and saw that they had painted over the mural
Yes.
on the handlebar.
yeah.
All black, wasn't it?
Oh, it's like it's
Yeah.
just a solid color now.
It's sad, man.
Well, actually, why don't we just go ahead and jump into this first song? You want to tell me what it's about?
What was the first song? This is Buried Away, right? Buried Away was
First
the first
song is called "Buried Away,"
Okay.
and it's pretty much burying away anything that you have hanging over you, brother. You know what I mean? Everybody can relate to this song. We write these songs basically on a day-to-day basis, so people can relate to. We don't fudge it. It's to the heart, man. So
Maybe it's not the best way to handle it, but sometimes that's what we do. We bury shit away.
Sure.
absolutely correct, man. So
You know, it's
and
not
it comes
always
out
pretty.
in our music, definitely, in a more aggressive manner, I guess. I mean, that's how we like it. That's how I like it, anyways.
Sure. I mean, the aggression is natural, especially when you bury stuff down. It kind of
I
boils
know
up.
it kind of
It
boils
does,
up.
yeah.
There's a lot of tension going on, and then it's going to explode eventually.
It's
So I
like
feel
letting it out.
that's why in the lyrics where it says, I'm buried away, it's just burying everything and just taking everything in today. And then once that day comes, that's when everything pretty much pushes out. That's your limit. That's it, you can only do so much. You can only bury so much. You know, you have to vent. So there's only so much people can take, man.
Thank God for this room.
This is our vent.
This is an awesome little room.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
All right, well, here's second and with Buried Away. Woo.
She's leaving on the train, and I don't think coming back again. And I notice she's the one to blame, and I know that I'm the one who did this, but I'm not going to admit this. Feel my pain below, 'cause I'm buried away today. Inside of me, I'm buried away. Inside of me, I'm buried away. She looks in your eyes. She's the devil in disguise. The way I feel tonight, I look in your eyes. I look in your eyes. I'm buried away today. Inside of me, I'm buried away. Inside of me, I'm buried away. And you say to me this time, what if I could fly? What if I could fly? But you say to me this time, what if I could die? What if I could die? I'm buried away, buried away. Buried away. And you say to me this time, what if I could die? What if I could die? But you say to me this time, what if I could die? What if I could die? I'm buried away, buried away, buried away.
I'm looking at your face. I was like, is it over yet?
So who does most of the songwriting?
Well, if we talk about lyrics, that's all Barry. Guitar wise, that's all me. Drum wise, that's all Jonathan. You know,
Yeah.
we all have
Yes,
our
musically, we structure the band, the Ryan, myself, Dustin will structure the song, and Barry usually sometimes he'll throw the lyrics on top, or he's already got lyrics ready to go, and we'll put some music behind it.
Sure. So it's more of a collaborative effort.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, most definitely. Ryan will come in like, hey, I got to, these couple licks. I'm like, cool. And then we go off of that. We feed off of that. I'm like, hey, I got some of these lyrics. I'm going to sing and, do this or do that. And, I used to play the drums a little bit. I'll tell
So
Jonathan
he'll tell
to
me
do
how to
this,
play.
or, I'll tell Jonathan how to play.
Yeah, for sure.
Your
More
cymbals too
cowbell,
loud,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
But we all make it work, man. It all goes together. So we write our own music, man, and we enjoy it, man. We definitely enjoy it. We're in the process of finishing up this really new song, and it's gonna be badass, man.
Yeah, it's one of the best ones we have, I think.
Yes.
It's definitely structured very, very well, I believe.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, when you're, if you're writing melodies and you're writing, especially guitar parts and stuff like that, Ryan, where are you usually going? Like, where do you draw that inspiration from?
Right. I mean, like, most of my inspiration comes from punk rock. I'm very punk rock rooted.
Sure.
So that's where the basis comes from. But I'm also really into, like, trance, like EDM. So, like, all of my clean, delayed parts, I usually get a lot of, inspiration from a lot of EDM type shit.
Sure. What about the drums? Like, obviously, like, you're trying to match the feel that he's putting out.
Yeah.
And the melodies and things like that. But is there anything? Do you tend to, like, I guess, visualize anything or?
Well, starting out, I would say all of us are very rhythmic oriented. So, I mean, even like Barry's vocals, they're very rhythmic and almost kind of a percussive, the way he delivers them. Same with Ryan's guitar playing. So that part was always easy. I mean, we locked in. Have always been tight from really the start. So the part that was kind of a challenge, I guess, for me in the beginning was because of Ryan's ability for all that ambiance and kind of background was how to translate that on the drums. And it just, now it's natural. The way his, the tones, the presence of the, just the sound that he puts out and trying to blend with that, with drums sometimes can be difficult, but it doesn't always have to be a straightforward beat. It opens up a lot of doors.
Yeah, because also, the ambient noises that I make out of the guitar and the cleans, it can be very percussive also.
Yeah,
with like
sure.
dotted eighth type repeats
Yep.
and stuff like that with the delays. And you got to be very tight with those kind of things. He's got to actually go off of my delay pedal because it's a perfect, repeat every time. So every time I hit a string and it goes on that one beat, boom, 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 he's got to, match that.
Sure. Well, that's musicianship. When you kind of lock in together and you're not just playing your part. You're listening to everybody else's so that you make your parts fit together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely honestly say is that our band, Second to None, is definitely probably the only band in Greenville, South Carolina that I know that's so diverse. We could do it all. If he wants to do country, I'll sing country, man. You know what I mean?
We found
rap. We do heavy, we do metal, we do melodic, we do acoustic, we do alternative.
Well, it's just
We're so
like
diverse,
playing Ground Zero Friday
Yeah.
night. We could do Ground Zero Friday night and end up in a coffee house on Saturday doing an acoustic set.
Yeah, we definitely arranged our set list for Ground Zero.
I think it's what's kept us
going.
Yeah, together. The fact that if we kind of play to our crowd,
we capture audiences, man.
You're playing to your crowd.
It's a different,
But you're also kind of playing to yourselves a bit.
Yeah.
You're
definitely. I mean, I feel like first and foremost, we have to like it first. We have to love it. We have to fall in love with it first before we expose it to anybody else.
If you hate the song you're playing,
why would
do you
I
think
play
you're
it?
there's a fine line really between, in the beginning, I think we focused on songs that we liked, and we still, of course, do that. You have to, but at the same time, I mean, if we're doing this, it's got to be for a reason. So let's add those parts that appeal. Barry's voice. In the beginning, we screamed a lot. Now it's like, well, dude can sing, so let's find that melody, and the song, let his guitar match it, and it works.
Also, like tonight, we originally had a song that we have. It's an older song called Slam, and there's a lot of screaming in that. But I feel like it just would have fit better with this podcast tonight. We just kind of took it out and switched it out with another older song, which is Against the Wall.
Yeah.
Sure, and that's the next one, right? Against the Wall.
Yes, actually. Against the
Yes.
Wall is the next one.
This song, we first originally wrote it actually together. I would have to say probably about a good 6.5 years ago,
Yeah.
maybe 7.
Yeah.
So it's been a minute, man. And this song was pretty much when we first came out in all the venues and all the bars and clubs, hole in the walls, you name it. Our back was always against the wall. We had to prove ourselves to everybody. We played so many venues, never getting anything out of it, like no money, nobody coming up. And then we just really started making a name, man. We started branching out. We started making heavier songs. We started making melodic songs. And everybody's like, wow, that guy went from this. This got Ryan. What's going on with this, man? Changing with this. Ryan's clean sounds, and I'll say this too, man. Nobody has the clean sounds like Ryan does when he's playing his guitars. Nobody has his delay. We stamped.
I just caught the feels right now.
We made our
My
mark in
chest
Greenville.
hurts.
We definitely made our mark in Greenville, South Carolina. The sound that we have, there's no other band out there, and I'll say it again, man. God, I sound like Trump. Can't trust her.
Well, let's face it. You can't walk around with a name like Second to None and not.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's like such a
You don't
cocky
see
name.
a lot of other bands going and seeing on 7. You're Carolina now. You know what I mean?
They're gonna think we're assholes.
Yeah, right.
It's okay.
But
I mean, it
we
happens
go on
anyways.
there.
I mean,
You know what I
everyone
mean? We
thinks-
really do.
You've had a modicum of success, and so with that, I mean, it's okay to be proud of what you've done.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure, we
'Cause
want to be proud.
I mean, you don't want to get big headed about it, but at
No,
the same
but-
time,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
It's,
We
it's
don't
good.
want to be cocky.
There's
Like you
definitely
said,
nothing
man.
to be big-headed about because look where we're at. We're still practicing. We're not making
Dude.
a
Yeah,
lot
we're not
of
rock
money.
stars.
But if we
No.
don't believe in it, who will?
You're absolutely right. I work. Ryan works. Jonathan works. We all have families, married, girlfriends. We have kids. Would I like for this to take off? I would love for it. I mean, we've been doing it for 8 years. There's a lot of bands that's been around here that gave up. We never gave up, man. You know what I mean? We're sticking with the name Second to None, and we're always moving along, writing newer stuff. We're always going to keep pushing out, man.
So, Against the Wall is specifically it's kind of a remembrance of
Yeah, backs against the wall. Pretty
trying to
much.
grind it out a little bit.
Yeah, the
That's
music
correct.
scene pushing us against the wall.
Okay.
And just kind of persevering through that.
Yeah.
Cool.
In your sins are poisoning, and my mouth is opening. In your tongue taste my lips, the last breath I take within. Can you breathe into me? Can you breathe into me? Just one more pill and one last call.
already talked to Ryan and Jonathan about writing the actual, backbone of the song, but you're writing the lyrics, which is more of like the skin almost. So, what's your process like? What do you typically? What inspires you to write?
It's just all notes, man, to be honest with you. When I hear certain notes, like Ryan's doing certain things, Jonathan's doing something on the toms, the cymbal, the ride, the delays, it's immediately where I can actually already picture the melodics, the heaviness, the softness.
Okay.
It's art. So when we're playing, it's art to me, and somehow it breaks down in my brain, and like just lyrics start coming immediately.
It's kind of a sculpting process. You're actually you're digging in and you're feeling where everything should go.
That's why I love music, man. It's an art to me.
What inspires the words you write?
I mean, again, day-to-day basis, man. I mean, we go through so much day-to-day. Either myself, Jonathan, Ryan, we all have stories. We all have stuff that we go through. Some are good and some are just plain shit. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like I said, buried deep away, and then you vent out, we talk about things, and there's a lot of good things that come out of it, man. So much negative stuff can be really positive to the stuff that we actually put out. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Not everything has to be negative. It's the way that you come about it.
Well, it's like earlier I mentioned that it's kind of a catharsis. It is. You're taking the stuff that is, buried down, and you're pulling it out a little bit, and you're expressing the, whatever emotion that it feels.
Yeah.
Do you kind of visualize, like, what, I guess, when you tend to visualize a song, like, how does that work? Like, I've heard people explain their way of, they'll write a melody and they'll kind of visualize something, and that's how they start writing a song. So what is that process like for you?
It's kind of like the same thing, man, but visual, like people, places, and stuff like that, this is where it's going to get crazy. I don't have a lot of that. It's weird for me. It's colors. I don't know if that makes sense.
There's a word for that, man. There's a word for that. I forget.
Like when I look at that computer right there and I see all those colors, that's art to me. And I'm looking at melodies. I'm looking at a lot of stuff right there. So when he's playing, when he's doing stuff, or if anybody else is singing, or if I'm humming, whatever it is, it's actually colors in my head. Yeah, it sounds weird.
There's an actual
synesthesia. Is it like synesthesia?
Synesthesia. I think that's actually what it is.
So
it's like if you read something,
I'm curious,
or you hear something, it's colors.
Because when you hear sounds, you see colors. When you hear sounds, like any sound, or
I do.
Okay, so what color is my voice?
It's actually it's like a blue.
Okay, what color is Ryan's voice?
It's yellow.
Yellow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and no bullshit. This is kind of how you visualize things
all the time. And colors for me is just the mood of it. You know how I have like a mood ring? That's the way that my brain processes like lyrics, melodies, and notes, and cymbals, and toms. So everything is through that. So everything is pretty good, man. So that's how I process it all. That's how I come up with everything.
Yeah, that's vocally and everything. But with me, the way I would come through with a song is it really depends on like what kind of mood we're all in, and if I'm in like a more of a punk type mood, I'll come up with a more punky type riff. Or if we have a main idea of just having a really huge, song, I will kind of just get the riffage in where it's just a really fat tone. You know what I mean? Ballad. And we'll just go off of that. And drums usually come after me, and bass will just like fill it up. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Interesting.
Space.
Well, so that actually kind of fits in with this. This next song was called what now?
Red Shadow.
Red Shadow. Okay, so there's your color element right there.
Absolutely correct.
What's this song? What's the story behind the song? What are you talking about?
Murder. I'm just kidding. No, it's not.
See the blood fall.
Red Shadow. I kind of came up with. I had a buddy that went through a lot of hard times, and it's kind of had a hard kind of upbringing. There's not like drugs in the song. I kind of, hide that through the red shadow, which you actually have. I look at it as a white shadow. You have a gray shadow and you have a black shadow. And then that red shadow kind of creeps in. And that red shadow is that part where it's always going to be there. It's that negativity, man. And it's always going to come out of you.
It's
you
ugly.
have a lot of good, you have a lot of bad, you have a lot of this, a lot of negative, whatever it is. That red shadow is always going to be over you, man.
It's like seeing red, man.
You're absolutely correct, man. It's always there. It's on all of us.
Just a whisper in your ear, in the silence that you hear. Wanna know, is this for real? In the late nights that you cry, and you running and you hide. Wanna know, is this for real? Fly away to me. Is this real? 'Cause it's too late this time. Wanna know, is this real? 'Cause I wanna know. Coming down on me, red shadow. Coming down on me. Coming down on me, red shadow. I'm gonna take that back for you, what you wanna say. I'm gonna take that back for you, what for me. Take what you want, take what you need, take what you want, take it from me. Come on, take it from me.
So during the last talk session, there was the sound of a door opening, and Bobby from Silvermane walked in. What's up, man?
I don't know who's Mike is talking to.
Pretty much.
Pick a mic, man.
Sony Mike's hooked up right now.
Oh man, this is the Hoodoo Music Podcast.
That's right.
It's starting to become a big thing here in the West Coast.
West side.
Man, now you guys have played with Silvermane quite a few times, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
We always had to wait on them. The drum was always late.
Wait, who's drummer?
Silvermane.
I was about to say they had to borrow the drums.
Just kidding, Joey. We love you.
Joey,
No, he didn't
we're
bring
just
drum
kidding.
kit.
Well, and while we got a live audience, because some other people have walked in too. So what's up?
What's up?
Well, so while we got a couple of people in here, I actually want to go in. How long have you all been playing your instruments each? Start with Jonathan. Bobby, back off.
I've been playing drums since I was 10-ish, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I've been playing since I was 12. It's been about 12 years.
I've been playing the skin flute for
He's been running his mouth since he popped
it's been
out.
years.
Sensitive.
Singing probably since about like maybe 19. 19.
Do you play any other instruments or?
I played drums for about probably about a good 18 years.
Okay.
So yeah, I played drums quite a bit.
Well, so how did you start? We talked about this with Silvermane. Everybody, you kind of start playing other people's songs. You want to learn to play along. What caused you to cross over into writing your own stuff? What brought you to that point?
Well, there's so many bands out there that do absolutely the same shit.
Sure.
Why would you want to go out there and do the same exact shit? One band's
true.
done, you get back on, it's the same shit.
Yeah.
So it's okay to do covers, but make it your own, and better damn make sure that it's good.
Yeah.
Doing it yourself to begin with. But I think that's who we are, man. We're just creative wise. We just love writing music, man.
Sure.
Lyrics, it just falls into our lap, man. Just comes.
Cool.
Yeah, with me, it started when I was 8 years old. Blink-182, that was my favorite freaking band, man. And me and my best friend, we used to grab our little...
Dicks.
Okay.
That's funny.
Blink-182 was my favorite band, me and my best friend. And we used to actually have our little play school hockey sticks, blue and a red one. And we used to pretend that we were Mark and Tom. And we would perform in front of one of the box TVs that were all like fish-eyed out, you know what I mean? And we'd fucking perform in it, and we'd see ourselves in the TVs, be like, oh, we're in Blink-182, hell yeah. And that's when I knew. Yeah, that's when I knew when I wanted to be in a band, was just, performing in front of a TV and seeing ourselves in the blacked out TV screen.
That's cool. I went to Tom DeLonge, his whole.
Oh my God.
You hear about
one
that
of my
recently with
favorites,
his? Hold on.
Oh, dude, I really dig it, though. You read his book?
No, I haven't read
This is a
it.
great fucking
Book about
man.
aliens and stuff.
Yeah.
Jonathan, what about you? What has brought you over to writing your own stuff as opposed to just playing along?
I think for me, actually took the other route. I was in concert band. I was the band nerd. Did the whole drumline thing. And then it was after I was out of school, I had a friend of mine stop by the house. Basically, he's like, you want to start a band? And I'm like, fuck it, why not? And so we got together, and immediately we started writing our own stuff versus learning covers. So it's always just been what, I don't know, I wanted to do. I like creating versus doing something that's already been done. But it's like the necessary evil. We have to do it. So that's why we choose to do a lot of kind of not really the normal covers, and we do them our way.
Yeah.
So.
And it's kind of funny how it all plays out between Jonathan and Ryan and myself, and then Dustin comes in just a little bit later where we all meet up together. But when I first moved here years and years and years ago, I was kind of jamming with the band. I know they're no longer together, and I don't know if Jonathan was on Craigslist or band or musician's friend.
Musician's Hunter.
Yeah,
There's a whole
I think it was
story about
Craigslist,
us
like
three.
Men for Men or something like that. I've seen them.
That's what it was.
So I gave him a call, gave him a text. But I actually met Jonathan years and years ago, and it was actually in this band. Okay, and I'll make it short and sweet. We met, and we all jammed out probably about like maybe 2 times. That's about it. And
Yeah, that's
then-
all I could take.
Yeah, and then we ended up talking to each other, and we're like, you know what? We're gonna go start our own band because these guys, they just weren't good enough, man. And me and Jonathan had in our head, it was true, man.
Yeah,
just good musicians, and in our head, it's like we need to go a different route. And then within probably about maybe about 6 months later, we met up with Ryan. One of my buddies introduced us. And Ryan was actually in the band that me and
Same
Jonathan
fucking
was in.
band.
Same band.
Well,
It was some
Close.
kind of Okie end of jam thing in Ohio, and he was talking about it. I said, "You've got to be shitting me.
I was
You were
trying
in
out
this
for
band?"
the band. I was trying out for him technically, and I was like, I think I'm gonna try out. I'm gonna go with these guys because
So it all connected, man.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of, when you think about it, it's kind of weird, man. We connected, me and Jonathan, then somehow Ryan was in that kind of same connection, and we all talked about it. We were all in that same kind of
effect, just
yeah.
Cool.
And we all have a great chemistry with each other too, so it all works out.
And then Dustin, he's been playing bass pretty much his whole life, and one of Jonathan's good friends, and that was it, man.
Let's go ahead and bring Dustin in because he wasn't able to record the
man.
You gotta work, man. You gotta make that money, man. You gotta chase that paper.
You gotta make the money, man.
But yeah. So now you had to show up a little bit late, but how about you? How did you get started playing the bass or playing music in general? But
I started playing bass after I got in a bad motorcycle accident when I was about probably 23.
Okay.
And so I was stuck in a bed for like 8 months, and I hated television, and so I literally had somebody, take me to a pawn shop, and I bought a bass and just started playing. And I got into a group. A good friend of mine was a drummer, and this crazy human being who was our guitar player at the time. And we started this band called Modern Day Slave, and we had a little bit of small success, but it fizzled out because, the personalities just didn't mesh. But I've known Jonathan forever. Jonathan sent me a message actually while I was in Vegas about to propose to my wife, who was too drunk by the pool, and I literally couldn't do it that night. But I got a text, and I was excited about playing bass again, and he's like, "You want to come jam with us?" So I showed up. I literally had one bass left out of, the many I used to have, and a barred rig, and it just kind of connected. These guys have always been there, as friends, and they're more than just bandmates. We mesh together very well, we communicate very well, and it's just easy. It's just easy, because right now, the name of my media company is 247 because I feel like I never sleep or slow down. But
GSD 24/7.
Yeah, but it's just, playing with these guys, man, is like my release. It's like my therapy.
With all of us, agreed.
Yeah.
And we're like a band of brothers for real.
Yeah.
Well, that's something I've noticed is that, bands that tend to have a better sound. They have a better sound when they not only connect and have chemistry as musicians, but as friends too.
Right.
That's correct. Yeah.
That's one of the things. Bobby's still here and talking about Silvermane. They are all really good friends, and they're funny together.
And it's kind of funny. You know what? Silvermane is kind of wouldn't have happened if it wouldn't have been for my roommate downstairs and me. Found Bobby on Craigslist, and I originally played keys with Silvermane.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
And they
practiced here in this very spot.
Started here.
Cool.
In this same building, and Bobby lived downstairs for months. Well, about what, year and a half? Yeah.
The weirdest thing is Dustin didn't even know he was down there.
How did you get in here?
There, man.
The window was open.
Yeah.
The hell?
He just brought up another item every day, just seeing how long it would take him to notice. And he was like, "Well, I need some rent."
You go down to the basement, and all of a sudden, there's just like all this stuff that's turned up missing is stacked up in a neat pile here. I guess you can stay.
But this band, especially now, we've gone through a lot of, struggles, but now we are writing the best music we've written. Yeah. And it's almost like a magic is in the air.
Sure.
With what we're putting out right now. And I'm not just saying that.
That's awesome.
This is music that I would go out and buy. Yeah. And I can't say that about, some of the previous stuff. Yep. But it's really evolving to a point where we're really getting comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is the last song that we had set up. Tell us about it.
It's called Hard to Breathe. And I wrote it when I was taking a shit, and it was very hard to breathe.
Take two.
I'm just kidding, man. I had to make you laugh, man. Seriously, true story. Just kidding.
That's where all of his songs come from.
No, that yeah, right.
Do my best writing in the bathroom.
No, this song it's called "Hard to Breathe," and I actually wrote this about my wife pretty much when I first met her. It was pretty much heartfelt. Also, you know how you get the butterflies. And it was always difficult to breathe and act like myself. I always act silly. You know what I mean? It's when I'm silly, it's not that I'm uncomfortable. It's kind of like I'm more nervous. You know, uncomfortable and nervous to me is a little bit different.
Sure.
So meeting, talking with her and stuff like that. I wrote this about because we had a lot of great memories, and it was always hard for me to breathe around her because I was always nervous.
Aw.
Right.
He's just trying to get points so he doesn't do the dishes.
It's not really what it was.
Just made that shit up.
That was
Shit
beautiful.
sounded good. No, I didn't. It was actually.
I'm releasing this as you did pick it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say you did a good
Dirty
job.
Girl's a different story, though. So
Oh yeah.
I say that's about my wife, and she hates it. Shit.
There's nothing there. There's nothing left to break. Will we decide? Will we make our own fate? This world is overcoming me. This world is overcoming me. It's harder to breathe with you around me. It's harder to breathe with you around me. Take it all in, where do we begin? Your arms around me. Memories of the past, they fade away, you tell me. It's in your soul. It's wanting more. Break through your bones. And the fear takes control. It's harder to breathe with you around me. It's harder to breathe with you around me. She's all I am. Wanting more. Wanting more. It's harder to breathe with you around me. 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 See what I am. Wanting more. Wanting more. It's harder to breathe with you around me. It's harder to breathe with you around me. Hey! clap your hands. It's harder to breathe with you around me. It's harder to breathe, yeah, with you around me. See who I am, wanting more, wanting more.
Guys, I want to thank you so much for doing the show with me. Had a really good time.
Thank you.
Recording and listen to you play, listen to you talk. Getting to know a little bit more about you. Where can people find you online? Why don't you run down the social media list? Where can people find you online?
Facebook, probably one of the biggest ones is facebook.com/second to none rocks. So that's
All right,
spelled out all together, capitalized.
Okay.
The other one's Reverb Nation is www.reverbnation.com/2ndtone.
Okay.
And then I'll be honest with you, since it's a trademark name, just Google second to none space, no space. You'll find it, man. We're up there.
Twitter, what about that?
We're on Twitter. We're on
I don't even know.
Instagram,
I'm not allowed on it.
iTunes,
Spotify.
Spotify, you name it. I mean, we're on there, man. So, but hopefully
What's
this
the
new.
Instagram handle?
Instaslam, isn't that 2ND?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2ND.
Yeah. Or you,
To None Rocks.
it's actually, I think it's under my name too. It's pretty much the only thing.
What we're going to try to do is get one main base web page and just have all the links on there and say, hey, just always go to this main page. I
Have all
hate
the
it
links to
all.
all of it.
It's
That
like,
should
yeah,
have the-
find us,
yeah.
find us, find us, find us. Like, how about one page? And if you like that other shit, different shit, just click on the link.
I do that. I actually do that.
Yeah.
This show is available on iTunes, on Stitcher, on Google Play. You can also listen to it online at rootdoctormedia.com. It's on Facebook, facebook.com/Hoodoo Music Podcast. You can also find me on Twitter at Mark Jones Audio. The easiest way to find everything and to subscribe to all the different feeds is just to go, it's a short link, bit.ly/Hoodoo Music Podcast. It takes you to one page with all the links. But again, second to none, thank you so much, guys. I've had a great time. Any parting thoughts?
Yes, actually, we do have a show coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Ground Zero, we're actually opening up for Flaw. And it's an amazing opportunity. I remember listening to these guys when I was like 11, 12 years old. And I never would have thought that we would be opening up for these guys. We have it
National act.
December 14th, 2016 at Ground Zero. So make sure you check that out.
Yeah, they just put out an amazing album too. So it's like Ryan said, it's a great band, and I'm so glad that they put out a new album, and it's going to be a huge show.
Cool.
Definitely. And we just like the opportunity playing out still, doing national acts, and again, thanking you.
And playing
for
original
coming
music.
out. You're absolutely correct, man. And
Definitely.
thank you again for coming out and doing this with us and
Absolutely.
helping us out with everything, man. Really appreciate it.
Glad to be here. Well, this show will be back in 2 weeks. Until then, thanks for listening to the Hoodoo Music Podcast.
Stay beautiful.
Lay down hoodoo music on